Christopherson here again with another first listen review. If you were wondering what to do this weekend and you thought maybe you'd listen to somebody babble, you came to the right place, because I am going to babble about Kissin Dynamite's brand new release entitled Back with a Bang. And the funny part is, I didn't even know they were somewhere to come back from, because I actually don't know anything about this band. But there was not a whole lot coming out this week that interested me, so I took a look at my options of what I had to listen to, and I chose this one because it just sounded kind of cool. It's on Napalm Records. It looks like something that may interest me. So I've heard of the band before, but I had actually never checked anything out by them. So getting into it, I wished I had, because I was actually really kind of blown away by how good this album was. Not gonna lie, letting the cat out of the bag. I do that sometimes right from the start. But yeah, holy crap, was this actually a really good album. I was not expecting, or I really didn't know what to expect, honestly, but you know, was not expecting this. They kind of represent themselves as a glam metal, hair metal type band. I know people don't like that term, but you know what I'm talking about when I say that. So they kind of have that look about them, the big teased hair, long hair. I love that stuff. I mean, I grew up listening to that kind of stuff. I'm from the, listening to the bands like that from the 80s, and like my first concerts were like Quiet Riot and Motley Crue and Bon Jovi. So, and I know probably people are gonna say that's not, metal, but whatever. I actually really enjoy that kind of music. So when I saw this, I'm like, who knows, maybe it would be something that I dig, and it really was. It really impressed me. The production on this was like mind-bogglingly good. Yeah, they put some effort into making the sound really strong and powerful. Whoever thought that music was dead, this music was very alive. I actually really enjoyed it. There's not really a clunk around here. The thing is about this is, like, the first few, I've never heard any of the singles, but the first few songs that they released as singles, I guess they did release a few of these. Like I said, I really wasn't paying any attention to this band, and I guess I should have, but it's really front-loaded with the singles. I don't want to make that sound like the back half of the album isn't good. It's actually, the way I view it, is the first few, like 4 or 5 songs, really like in your face, anthemic, sing along, powerful, catchy. And then the second half is more of the rock songs, were more introspective, more. And I don't want them to sound like they're not as catchy or anything, but they aren't meant to be the anthemic sing-along, but they're still powerful songs. I really didn't think there was a bad one in the bunch. Like I said already, it ends with a ballad called "Not a Wise Man." That one is kind of an acoustic, not even a power ballad, just kind of a mellow song, that didn't really have a power ballad. I don't think of anything that I would classify that way on here at all. But yeah, like, just kicked in. The singer on this one doesn't have like a super high range, but he's got a very powerful, presence to him. He's got a really good tenor sounding voice, but he doesn't go for those super high notes a lot. He just sings in his range, and it sounds. One thing I don't like is when people try to like go way out of their range. Like the band 10 comes to mind. That guy just never leaves like a 2-octave range, but those songs sound great. I love the way that sounds. The newer Bon Jovi, like in the last 10-15 years, he's staying in that range. He used to sing a lot higher and go for the big notes, and he's staying more in that range now. And this guy here, I should go through the band. Hans Brown on vocals, just kills it. I don't know any of these guys, but I'll name them off anyway. Andy Brown, Braun, Jim Mueller on guitar, both those guys on guitar, Stefan Holly on bass, and Sebastian Berg on drums. I guess, is this their second album? I'm thinking, yeah, the second album. I guess they have one out called Not the End of the Road. I just, here I am halfway through a review, just looking stuff up real quick. I'm never prepared for these things. I wasn't really expecting to do a review on this, but it was actually so good, I thought I would pop in here and just mention it. Like the guitar work, very strong, very anthemic. In the choruses especially, I like the songs that really come out as like being that style. Well, the intro track, Back with a Bang, was cool, but I was really impressed with the second song, My Monster. Excuse me, My Monster. Razor Glass was really good, and The Devil Was a Woman I thought were like just killer tracks right off the start. When I was talking about the more rock but not quite as powerful tracks, thinking more like More Is More and Iconic, they did those right in a row. Learn to Fly, although comes back right in with just being a very anthemic sounding song. One of my favorites on here was actually one called I Do It My Way. I thought that was really good, and just like I said, just not a bad one on here. This is the type of album that when I hear it, it makes me want to go back. You know, if I'd say that if I'd heard them before, I'd want to go back and check out other, the earlier stuff, which I do, because I haven't even heard it. So, there's bands that, like I mentioned Bon Jovi already. Heard that one, didn't blow me away or anything like that, but it actually made me want to go back and listen to the earlier stuff. This one did that in a different way. This actually was really so good that it makes me want to go out and get the first one. So if there's, if I'm missing something here, if they have other albums that I don't know about, please feel free, but that's just kind of what popped up here real quick, and I don't want to spend too much time reading when I'm in the middle of talking. So as always, I welcome anybody to leave their thoughts and comments. If you know this band or you've heard this album and there's anything you think I'm leaving out here, as always, feel free to comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe, keep this music alive. I always say that because this actually is really good music. I would love to hear these guys stick around, and other bands in this vein keep doing this because it's fun. If you've listened to the other band that comes to mind is Steel Panther, but think of this like the Steel Panther with radio-friendly lyrics. A little bit more original. I know Steel Panther tries to mimic other bands from that style in their songs. This band is that style without mimicking anybody else. I don't hear anything that sounds familiar, but the overall sound is familiar. It's got that hard, I can't say anthemic enough. It's got really just powerful production and powerful sing-along choruses, especially in the first half. So anyway, that's enough on that one. I actually have one other one here that kind of piqued my interest because I know the band, but I'm not going to mention that one until after I listen to it because I may not do a review on that one. But anyway, until next time, we'll see you.